Hey everyone, Adrian here. If you're in business, then listen up. I'm going to give you 3 ways that can help your business stand out using social media that don't cost a single cent. Okay, so if you're in business, you want to stand out, you want to looking for the edge, you want more help and hints and tips on how to utilize social media to get ahead, to stand out amongst the crowd, this is for you. By the way, if you are interested in attending my next workshop, I think you're going to love this. It's called the Penthouse Experience. I've never done this before. I've hired out this beautiful, luxurious penthouse in North Wollongong. It's overlooking the beach and the harbour, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to be running my one-day workshop that is my signature event, which takes you through lead generation, utilizing social media. It takes you through all the psychology, the strategy, the know-how, and we work through it on the day. So if that interests you, just type in Penthouse Experience and I'll send you the link. So for this video, it is 3 ways that are going to help you stand out, because social media in today's day and age is just getting busier and busier. You know, you and I as consumers are marketed with some like 30,000 messages every single day. So to stand out actually takes a lot of effort, and really in order to cut through the noise, you're going to have to do things a little bit different. But I've got 3 ways that are going to really help you. They don't cost they don't cost a fortune, they don't cost anything whatsoever, as a matter of fact. So if you do these things, they're going to stand out. How do I know? Because I do them myself and so do my clients. I roll this out with everyone that I know, and it works so simple if you're consistent. Here's number 1. The first thing you can do is study perfect timing. A lot of your organic reach and organic growth on social media has to do with when you post at what time. So you can easily go into your insights page or insights section of your Facebook page, and you can see when your customers are online the most. And you'll see when they are mostly active, and throughout the day there are hotspots. If you take note of when these hotspots are and then post your content at that time, you have the highest probability that your audience will be online and will see your post at that time. Keep in mind that globally the statistics are something like that there are 30% of the population online at any one time. So to pick this, it takes a little bit of strategy and a little bit of nous, but it's not impossible. And if you do it consistently well, looking for those hotspots, you can then post throughout the day at the exact times that give you the highest probability that your customers are going to be online and see your content. Here's number 2. Almost held up 3 fingers. All right, so what you want to do is you want to find the gaps. And what I mean by that is that you have competitors that are peddling their content or their material, or they're offering, you know, helps and hints and advice and things like that. But there are gaps in their messages that they are not telling people. Okay, so what you can do is to find out what those gaps are and create content that fills in the gaps. All right, so let me explain this a little bit further. From my perspective, when I'm, say for example, running my workshops, or whether I'm doing any sort of content, is that some people in my field go on about self-help, about personal development, about marketing strategy, about business, about mindset, all that kind of stuff. So the thing that they do the most of is, say for example, law of attraction, or thinking positive thoughts, and having goals and dreams and affirmations and all those things down. But they don't really explain the difference between how to add real life strategies and why we think certain things, what emotions are involved with all those sorts of stuff when they're talking about mindset. When we're talking about marketing, they don't get down to the nitty-gritty how-to. They kind of hold back that information, thinking that they can maybe sell that in a program, whereas I give it away for free. So my differentiation is that I create content that helps people bridge the gap, so to speak. It gets them from A to B to C. So that way I can grow with them as they are progressing through their business, their careers, their, whatever it is, mindset, goal setting, all that kind of stuff. I bring it all together. Another differentiation that I bring personally, because I can only use myself as an example, is that a lot of business coaches either focus on one thing. It's either business, or perhaps they might do marketing, or perhaps they might do mindset or whatever, and I combine the three. So that way I give everyone the opportunity to grow spiritually, grow mentally, grow physically, you know, within their businesses, and give them the know-how. So I combine it all together. So my question is, what's the gap for you? And if you study your competition, which you should, not in the sense of, you know, just finding out what they do, but you should definitely say, like, to yourself, what is it that they're teaching, and where are the gaps in their marketing, and how can I fill in those gaps? This will make you stand out. Okay, number 3, this is a huge one and something that a lot of people just can't get their head around. Social media is not a place where people go to buy. So they go there because it's social. That's why it's called social media. All right, so the more that you can humanize your brand by telling stories or connecting with people on a personal level, or maybe telling little anecdotal stories about your work, or about, you know, your day-to-day things. And a lot of people might say, like, are people interested in that kind of stuff? And the answer is definitely 100% yes. They're interested in it. They're interested in you as the human being behind the screen. So if you can humanize your brand, you will stand out, because a lot of brands, a lot of personalities don't do this very well. Here's the overarching thing with all this, and then I'll let you go. So the thing is that most of your competition, you should know there are very important stats around this. Most of your competition, in my opinion, and in the opinions of other experts in this industry, are doing a very poor job, okay? So that's number 1. It doesn't take a lot to actually shine if you do things well and consistently well. Here's number 2, right? The thing is that in business, in terms of social media promotion, there is something like less than 50% of your competitors who actually have a social media presence. All right, let that sink in. Now, a second extension of that is that there are your competitors, there's something like 25% of those actually have a paid strategy. So when you are thinking that everyone's out there promoting their things online, and that people are kind of like saying, hey, I don't know how to get ahead because this company is doing that, and they're pinching my, my turf, that sort of thing, you're wrong. There is less than half your competition are actually online and have a physical presence anyway. And then there is half of those who actually pay for ads or do anything like that. So there really is no competition. As a matter of fact, it is your time to shine by doing the things that I've just discussed, okay? So number 1, study timing. Timing is essential when it comes to marketing. There are hotspots throughout the day where your customers are online the most. In your insights tab of your Facebook page, you will find that information. Number 2, find the gaps in your competitors' messaging and fill those gaps. There are things that they are teaching on a regular basis, but there's something that they are missing. That's your point of difference. Once you find that, you will start to get noticed. Number 3, humanize your brand. People like you. That's where social media is very different when it comes to branding and marketing. And when you look at the most successful people who are online, you know that they have got a human behind that brand. They really connect with their audience on an emotional level. And if you can do that effectively well, you will win this game. Okay, I hope this has helped you and served you in some way. Remember, I have my workshop coming up, my one-day workshop. It's the Penthouse Experience. I've never done this before, where I've hired this amazing multi-million-dollar penthouse in North Wollongong overlooking the beach, where I'm going to be running my one-day workshop. If you're interested in that, then just comment Penthouse Experience in the comments below, and I'll send you that information. Okay, that's all for today. I hope this has helped you, and until the next video, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.